Coach, I guess what happened on Saturday? From your perspective, what was the major issue? Is there one?
The snow. We played the game outdoors. They have kind of a difficult place to play. Yeah, it was. We hadn't had a terrible weekend all year, and we finally did. And it was probably the worst of all places to have a bad weekend. You know, it was a tough trip, and you know, in this process, there's going to be one of those weekends. And you know, they're a very good team. They played very well. You know, we're not a very good team, and we played very bad. And that's just a bad combination, especially when you're the road team. And you know, it's something that's happened. It's over with, and we're looking forward to moving on and playing back here in the friendly confines of the Beacon Center.
Do you sense maybe that some of these losses, these disappointing losses, are kind of wearing on some of the girls a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. You know, it's difficult. Losing's difficult no matter how you take it. I mean, we were saying the same thing 2 weeks ago when we lost those 2 games at home by, you know, there were games where there were 2-point games with 2 minutes to go, and we lose those. You know, those don't feel any better than getting blown out on the road. So, yeah, I think losing's wearing on all of us, and we're trying our best to stay positive and try to prepare to play 2 this week.
Coach, coming off those 2 losses, obviously you can't get any worse. I mean, do you hope they kind of jumpstart here?
Well, I hope we don't get any worse, but yeah, I mean, it's over with. We're hoping that we can, you know, we're home. I think that's a big difference. You know, we've had a good week of practice thus far, and you know, hopefully we made some corrections and we can go out. I know they're eager to play again. I think a weekend like that just eats at you till you can actually play again. So we're fortunate that we don't have a bye week and we get to play a Thursday rather than Saturday, and I think it's something that we're looking forward to doing.
Do you sense, just from practice, of a different attitude or different feel?
I don't know. I think they're anxious to play. I will say that. I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent at this point, but I do think that they are anxious to play.
Anything on Butler?
Can you give us a scouting report on Butler, what they do well? You've seen them already once this year?
Yeah, I mean, we caught a very hot shooting Butler team at Hinkle Fieldhouse when we played them there. You know, I didn't think that we were terrible defensively. I thought it was more of them making tough shots. You know, the Pittman kid had 18 in the first half on 6 threes, and some of them were just really good shots. And you know, you hope that playing here, those shots don't go down. Maybe we do a little bit better job of getting to her a little bit sooner and disrupt some of their rhythm. You know, I thought offensively it was one of our better offensive outputs down there. You know, so that's exciting to have played well offensively on the road and to play that same team coming back here. Now they're obviously going to make some adjustments to try to take some things away from us, but you know, they're a very well-rounded team. You know, the Pittman kid that scored so well for them there comes off the bench for them, so they have enough offensive firepower that they're a difficult guard just because of they're able to spread it out offensively.
Bob, you're averaging 10 steals a game. Is that a sense of that your defense is playing pretty good from that aspect?
Yeah, well, yeah, it is, and I think if you look at our last 3 games where our defense, we gave up a lot of points, you'll see that besides the Milwaukee game, our steals were way down in those 2 games. We weren't making a lot of defensive plays, and consequently we were giving up open shots. You know, that's a good gauge for us to how we're playing when we get to halftime stats and how many deflections we have, how many steals we have. You know, the higher that number, usually the more successful we are defensively.